money. If all you have is money, you're broke. And to a woman, if all you have is your body, you're broke too. Y'all deserve each other. That's the modern day woman I'm talking about. And the men, they deserve each other. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to lead this household, I don't want to have to slow down to let you pass me up.
If a man came along, whatever, let's say y'all both make $500K a year. A man comes along, he's making $70K. He got a business plan. He got a vision. He's working towards that day in and day out. And you would have to look up at him on all the intangibles. You may be looking down financially, but he got all the other intangibles in place. Does he get a chance?
No.
Do you put him on?
No. Because in my mind, when you say 200, okay, she make it.
Okay, so hold up. Before they get into it, I want to respond to that. I remember seeing that video, and I agreed with Sarah. She has her preference on what type of man that she wants. If she's built herself up, if she's that type of woman that has built herself up and she deserves, keyword, she deserves that type of man. She's putting herself in places and put herself in a position to receive that kind of man. Do your thing. I don't necessarily think she was looking down on the men, but she's just saying that, no, that's just not for me. That's not what I want. I want a man who's making $500,000 or more, and that's in discussion. That's my preference. That's what I know that I can get. That's what I know that I deserve. Deserving meaning that she put forth the effort to get there, to receive that type of man. Not just saying it just to be saying it, and she ain't doing no work. She ain't working on herself. She ain't talking about, oh, you just got to accept me for me. That ain't what that is. She put in the work to get to that position, and now she's able to receive that type of man. She's able to put herself in that place where she can be seen by these type of men. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I agree with her in that aspect. I don't see anything wrong with it. Real talk.
250K. If he's making 200K, and some men, some women, they're really good and they make this solid, steady income, but a man can get there and be lower than you and then surpass you as well. So there's a lot of things to think about that. But when you're dealing with a woman who's making $250,000 and a man who's making $70,000, that lets me know that she probably has more leadership abilities than he does. Because how is she
based on what?
No, let her finish.
Because her business, if her business is more successful or she's more successful in her career, hence she's making way more money.
I agree.
In some area in her life, she is a much better leader financially than he is.
She's a better leader as an untrusted.
I'm saying, I would just assume. It just seems like that's something that we could all agree. If a man is making $200,000 and another man is making $70,000, you're going to say that this man is probably a better leader in the financial realm. Can we agree on that?
No, you have to get more.
We can't agree on that. So if a man is making less than another man, the man that's making more is not more successful.
I'm trying to answer, but y'all keep saying let her finish. I just heard you say that twice already. Okay, so again, you have to give context. You cannot say that leadership associate with higher earning. If the man is let's just say a man is a software engineer starting out, and he's making $70,000 a year, $70,000 a year as a computer scientist, and a woman is an entrepreneur. She owns different properties or something. She's making $250,000. That does not equate to she has more leadership skills than him. It doesn't.
In that realm.
You have to break that down. All I'm saying is it's dangerous to run with that without the context.
Not dangerous.
You have to.
It's not dangerous.
We can just fundamentally agree to disagree. This is just a
the way that she's trying to position it is that, well, she's a leader in that realm. No, you can't be. You're not a leader is a leader is a leader. That's what he is, regardless of, you may be better in this aspect, you may be better on this certain thing, but that doesn't make you a leader. It's just like sports. I like to revert back to sports. Just because you can dunk and do fucking windmills, that don't make you necessarily a leader. that doesn't make you a leader. Or I can revert to football. Yeah, I may be the quarterback, I may not be the fastest, or I may not be the strongest. But that does not make me not a leader. I'm still a leader. I'm the captain of this team. I run this shit. You can be the fastest all you want. You can be the strongest all you want, but I'm still the leader. I'm still the captain of this shit. I say what's going on this field. The coach put his trust in my hands, not yours. So yeah, cool. You making dough. That's dope. Do your thing. Hey, I'm happy for you. Congratulations. But that still don't make you a leader of anything.
Fundamental concept that you literally have to break.
But that's what I'm saying though. Actually, that's what you have to bring in the context though. We don't know what happened. We don't know how she got her bag. We don't know how he got her bag. We just know that she making 250,000. He making 70K, right? There's some things that could have happened in between time that why he's only making 70K versus why she's making 250K. She may have looked up on the deal. Y'all remember that? You remember the conversation we had yesterday, right? In regards to luck and hard work. Sometimes luck happens. Sometimes it just happens. You just in the right place at the right time. The stars align. Is like, shit, I was able to get this deal. And then him, on the other hand, he's taking the slower approach. He's like, all right, look, I'm going to take the slower approach, but I know that this is a fail-proof system right here, the way that I'm taking it. I ain't going to get there as fast, but I know I'm going to get there. But it's the safer bet, and I know for sure it's fail-proof, and I'm going to get there. So that's what I'm saying. The context, there has to be context in that. She can't just say, oh, well, he's making 70,000, she's making 200K, and all of a sudden she's a leader now. She's a leader in that realm. Nah, no, she's not.
Break down to tie in. How is she able to carry out tasks or whatever to deem her a better leader over a person who's carrying out similar tasks or even more harder tasks?
They're not similar tasks because she makes $500,000 a year versus $70,000 a year. They are not similar tasks, sir. They are not.
Okay. Well, my point is, Ayana, and I'm speaking to Ayana specifically. We already agreed to disagree on this, Mr. Lego. What I'm just trying to understand is, how are you drawing a parallel between a person's leadership skills and his earning levels versus the woman?
Okay, so I basically said in a certain realm, in the financial realm, she's a better leader.
Thank you.
I'm not saying it's solely dependent on finances.
How is it not? She's just a higher earner.
That's it.
Why does it got to be conflated to, oh, I'm a higher earner, so I'm a better leader?
From an entrepreneurial standpoint, how is she a better?
Everybody knows fucking entrepreneur.
As an entrepreneur,
she's working in an industry that pushes out more income, that rewards more for
exactly.
Your
that doesn't make
not working in the industry. She's an entrepreneur.
You're not listening.
I got an example. None of them have jobs.
This is a matter of mathematics. That's what I'm arguing.
Here's an example, y'all, real quick. So let's say Sophie Rain. She's made $42 million in OnlyFans. Is she a better leader than a man who makes $2.5 million?
The girl from Shannon Sharp is a better leader. I guess she got 20 million.
Let me ask you: does that thesis still stand? Does that still make sense to you in that case?
Little Tay.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about.
Let her answer.
The OnlyFans goddess, the one who makes $42 million.
Mm-hmm.
Is she a better leader?
Okay.
Than a man who has his own construction company and makes $2 million a year instead?
Well, I never said it was solely dependent on that.
Wait.
She's more successful.
That's all I was
more successful.
You're no. See. Here we go. We're going into those muddy waters. We're going into the muddy waters already. No, you can clearly see the difference between the two and what the industry pays. These chicks are making OnlyFans. These chicks are making OnlyFans money, right? A bunch of horny niggas, and I'm pretty sure there are some horny ass females too that are paying for their fucking their OnlyFans and they're making money off of that shit, right? You think that's a leader? You think that person right there, you're gonna look at that person, everybody that they just showed, you think those women are leaders just because they make more money? No. Mind you, take into consideration how they're getting the money, what they're doing to get the money. I'll give you an example for those of y'all who may understand, right? There's this thing in the military. Right? Where you don't get the same respect if you come out of college and you go straight into OCS to become an officer in the military versus going through basic training, going through the whole 10-week program, then going to going to the second part of it, and then going up the ranks, going all the way up to like a E4, E5, E6, and then decide to switch over to become an officer. Then going to, switching over to the officer by going to OCS, completing that, and then becoming an officer. You get far more respect because you understand both sides versus just getting out of college and going to OCS. That's the comparison of coming out of college and going to officer school. That's like an OnlyFans chick. Nobody respects it. Cool, you making money off of it. Yeah, you got the badge. Don't nobody respect that. Nobody respects it. But they see you making dough off of it. They see you making bread. Versus the person who had to get it out the mud, they had to work their way up the ranks. They had to go through trials and tribulations. They had to do the networkers. They might have to do a little kiss ass and just a little bit, just to get it in the circles of the right people in order to befriend certain type of individuals that's going to put them in the position where they need to be to make that 2 million. You're going to respect that person far more than you will the OnlyFans chick, which in that instance, you can't say that this person who makes more money from OnlyFans is a leader because they make more money. That don't work. How do they know the business? An OnlyFans person don't know a business, but they make more money than than the entrepreneur. But how do they know the business? They just understand that they just got to show their body. That the things that they're doing that can't transition to anything else. What they're doing, it can't transition to anything else. That's why you look at that. I'm not sure exactly what Sarah Fontenot does for her entrepreneurship. I'm not sure exactly what she does, but we just use that as an example because they brought it up.
The 70,000 man. Can we do that, Trev?
No.
The OnlyFans woman
has
and then
to stand every category. So if you're saying it would have to,
because I would say that she is a better leader. Because
at the end of the day,
as an OnlyFans woman,
yes,
she's better than a man who has built a construction company.
Regardless of
what,
I love it.
Can y'all let me finish?
Stand on that? Is that your final answer?
Let him go. No, Trev, let him go on the record and say that. Say that again, Mr. Lego.
Yeah, I'll gladly say that. A woman that is on OnlyFans and made $42 million is a better leader than a man that makes $70,000. And here's the reason why.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll wait for y'all to finish.
You're getting clipped, bro. They're clipping this shit.
Oh my God, nigga, you about to go viral.
I don't care. I always go viral. First of all, that's nothing. So the reason why I say that is this. She found a way. Can y'all shut the hell up so I can finish? If y'all want to make this a clip, shut up. So here's the reason why I say this. She found a legal way to make $44 million. If you just think about this, how many humans on the face of the planet that have ever lived that can say that we're able to do that? They can't. I can't. So when you find something, no matter what it is, you can legally make $44 million a year. I need to see what you're doing. Now, I'm not.
No, man, fuck. See, this is why I can't trust Mr. Let Go, bro. It's skewed. It's skewed. When you talk about, because they're talking about OnlyFans now, it's skewed. There are going to be far more women that's going to make a ton of money. And mind you, let me go ahead and set the record straight. I don't care. I don't care for it. I'm not hating off of it and nothing like that, but I'm just calling it for what it is. It's skewed. So yes, an average looking woman can go in there and show her body, go and show her butt, go in there and spread her cheeks open, and she gonna show some. And more horny niggas gonna get on that bitch and they're gonna start paying for it because they want to see and they want to jack off. You get a couple of dudes, there may be a small fraction of men who can actually get on OnlyFans and make money from it. And I guarantee a lot of them who do make money from the shit, I guarantee a lot of the people who are paying for it are a part of the alphabet community. Or secretly want to be a part of it. So no, that doesn't work, Mr. Lego. That does not work at all. It doesn't work in this aspect. Because what about a man who What about a man who started a construction company, but right now he's making $80,000 a year from his construction company, but he started the business. It's his business. It's everything that he owns. He's running it, but he's making $80K right now. And you telling me that the person that's doing an OnlyFans, she's a leader? How? Because she knows how to take off her bra and pull down her panties and set the camera up and flick the beam? Is that what we considering a leader versus the person who actually went, even though it's legal, right? Even though it's legal, but it doesn't take a lot of work to do that. It just takes a lot of consistency of posting. That's what that is. It takes a lot of consistency of posting and getting people over there. So all you have to do is be mildly attractive, and then you're gonna get some horny men that's gonna be in your DMs. Oh damn, babe, I want to take care of you. Look, I'm gonna send you some bread. That's why they got all these fucking websites, all these different websites where they got these sugar daddies where you don't have to do anything, and these niggas are paying these girls an egregious amount of money just for pictures. Come on, man. I'm
not finna get on OnlyFans and start shaking my ass as a man, but I actually do want to find out how you did it, because to make that much money on OnlyFans, you are an outlier. Are you finer, or did you do something on the back end that made it work? Because the back end side,
something on the back end.
Thank you, Trev. It's the back end side and not your back end. You putting your ass up on OnlyFans it's not making you $44 million a year. It's the back end. What are you doing? It's the business model that would make you a leader. Damn, how did you do it? Because the average person on OnlyFans did not or cannot make that. So yes, you are a leader, a better leader than the rest of us, because you are doing something in the back office that the rest of us can learn from, whether it's OnlyFans or whether it's Amazon or whether it's social media. What the fuck are you doing to do that? Because I want to do it too. Lead me, please. You will be my fucking leader.
Pause.
I got one more. I got one thing to say.
No, it ain't no pause.
Hold on, Trey.
OnlyFans
You
girl
do not
that
want to
makes
do what Sophie Rain was doing.
And I finish. OnlyFans
Nigga,
girl
you
that
been
makes
going on the diatribe.
$44 million a
Land
year.
the plane.
Please come be my fucking leader so I can put some bitches on OnlyFans so they can do the same shit.
Okay.
The fuck?
The only thing I want to say to this, this reckless statement is that you said she made fun.
You're calling my statement reckless?
I didn't say your thinking was reckless.
Trevor, didn't he say the same shit to me when I
didn't
said
say your
he
thinking? You said my ignorant thinking. I said your statement was reckless. I didn't attack you personally. I said the statement. So Trev,
But again, no, but see that proves my point that proves my point right there, Raw. Who's running it? She not running it. So therefore, how can she be the leader when she's not even running it herself? That's the point that I'm making. So can we really trust that as a leader? No, just because the money's there, that don't necessarily mean you the leader. If you go to her and ask her, listen, how can I apply what you're applying for your OnlyFans? How can I apply that to this other business over here? How can I do that? Guarantee you she wouldn't know. Because it ain't a one size fit all situation. What she does to get promoted, what she does to get all these different followers and subscribers on her OnlyFans is probably not going to work for a different business model. Guarantee it. So just by you saying that she got dudes running their DMs, that right there alone proves everything. And I'm pretty sure there's more than just running the DMs. They're doing everything else. They're taking the pictures, they're setting the camera up they're doing a lot of different other things on the back end to help her. So can I really trust her judgment? Nah, I couldn't.
Said if the woman made $40 million, I would grant Mr. Lego the argument that she's a better leader. If and only you keep interrupting. He's doing it again. It's a psychological tactic. It is a tactic, it's a pattern. You're interrupting in the middle of context. If and only if, I would say that woman is a better leader if and only if she trained 40 women to the point to where they all made each $1 million. That is where I would say, yeah, she's a good leader. But that is not the case.
And I'm gonna read the super chats.
She wasn't able to convey or instruct or give any education or any tools. Any tool. I'm telling you right now, I'm going on the record to say she did not give 40 women tools to go and make each $1 million.
She didn't.
Can I say one thing, Darwin?
I'm familiar with.
And I'll drop my mic.
Hold on, Trev. I just want to say one thing. One thing. Can she put together a course that would show all those women how she made 40-some million in 1 year? Just a question.
Nope. Black China tried.
Yeah. So what happens is I'm gonna say it's extremely unlikely because those situations are one-offs. You can she probably could definitely put somebody on game and help them.
Hold on. You just said something there's something going on in the back office. We don't know.
Oh yeah, she got a team.
There's
she got
something.
A team.
So what I'm saying is, can that be packaged that would teach other people to do the same thing? Whether it turns into $40 million a year, it's not the point. The conversation is not about the 40 million. The conversation is, can an OnlyFans outlier be a better leader than a man that makes $70,000 a year? And y'all are circumventing the conversation. Thank you. Stop trying to circumvent the fucking conversation. Can this person be a better leader than this person? The answer is yes.
No, that no, it ain't just yes, because you got to add the context to it, Mr. Let Go. You want to be right so motherfucking bad. No, what? No, there has to be context behind it. That's why you can't just outright say yes. You can't just say yes, you can't. No, because there's context behind it. When you talk about OnlyFans, there's a lot more shit that's going on the back end than what you know. Just like in the corn industry, there's a lot more shit going on the back end than what you see on Instagram and what you see on fucking TikTok and all these other platforms. There's other people. This person ain't doing it by themselves. They got a team of people that is doing this shit. You got a cameraman. You got people who are posting this shit. You got people who are clipping this shit. You got people who are doing all these different things to make that fucking content. So no, you can't sit up here and say that can she? No. Unless just like Darwin just said, the only way that can be possible is if she's doing every single thing behind the scene. She's setting up the camera. She's the one posting it. She's the one being consistent. She's the one putting the captions and the hashtags. She's the one that's promoting her shit. She's the one that's doing all of this shit. If she's the one doing that, then yes, I will concede to that. If and only if that is the case. If it's not the case, no, then it's a no. It's 100% no. But what that person can teach is, again, like I said before, it may not be able to be transferable skill into other things. May or may not be, depending on what it is. But again, just like what Darwin said, if that specific woman can teach other women, 40 women, to get the same amount of money or more, then we'll have a different discussion. But until that happens, no, it ain't happening.
You see the play they had? But he changed it. He said, can she be a leader? But beforehand, they were saying she is a better leader.
Listen,
stand on that then. Don't say can she, say she is. Don't run away from it.
People into a corner, pause, against their flawed logic, and people will say the most egregious things to stand on that flawed logic. And I think this is a perfect example of us witnessing that happen.
Education.
And in retrospect, after the clippings, I think you may want to retract.
Hold on, Trevor. Another example. Why?
Well, you gotta let me ask the question. I won't ask you. You don't want me to ask you.
Question. Why?
Mr. Let Go, how you gonna get mad when people interrupt you, but yet here you go, you interrupting people while they're talking, bro? Shut the fuck up, bro. Real talk. Shut up. Close your mouth for a second.
Let me ask Trev a question then, since you don't want me to ask you. Trev, now that we got the understanding on the leadership thing, well, we don't necessarily have to agree that earning potential or salary level equates to leadership, because I had a whole nother video I was going to do on that. But are you all the same sentiment as me, as earning level and salary or income level is a matter of the work you're compensated for. It doesn't necessarily mean you're a leader. You can actually be a superior to a leader, but you have a high earning level. That doesn't make you a leader. That just means you have high ambition or you're a go-getter. It doesn't mean that you can lead a group. There's context, and they didn't do that on that particular show. There's a difference between, because I was in the military. Leadership is not, oh, I make more. Leadership is, am I able to convey practical steps or comprehensive
That's why that was
journey
the first example
to get a
up.
specific mission completed or outcome on a mass of people.
Fact.
But what they did on that show was very dangerous. They redefined leadership for ambition in earning, which is wrong. And I don't know why nobody caught that, but they let it play out. And I'm just asking. I think everybody should care about that.
Okay. I think Mr. Let Go got a thing for Sarah 5'9". I think he got a thing for, because he protected her to the ends, boy. He protecting her to the ends of time. He is. Mr. Let Go don't want to be, when he defending the women, that nigga will die on that hill. Even if he wrong 100 times over, he will die on the fucking hill. 1000%.
So Darwin, check this out.
Ain't you supposed to be a masculine man, bro? Aren't you? Isn't that what you supposed to be, Mr. Let Go, Mr. Red Pill? Ain't that what you supposed to be? Why you can't just have a conversation? Why you just sitting there interrupting people when people trying to get their point across? You, oh man, who cares? Who cares? All these different antics, bro, because you know you're wrong. That's typically what happens when you're wrong. You start to do all these different antics. You start to interrupt people a lot when you know you're wrong.
If we were to say that it's versus money makes you a better leader, then we would have to trash the entire feminist argument about equal pay. Because if I get paid more, then I'm just better. Or we understand that some people have different opportunities, whether it be favoritism.
But how is she a leader though? Who did she? How is she a leader though, Raw? Who did she teach? What women did she teach the game? Did she teach some women the game? I mean, if she did, then I mean, hey, she could be a leader in that field.
Racism, it could be a whole bunch of different things. It doesn't necessarily make you better. And that's another reason why I brought up the OF girl, because I certainly don't respect that hustle. And because she made $42 million a year, I don't think that she's better than somebody as a leader, as somebody I would rather her lead my family than somebody who built a construction business that's getting $2 million a year. I would absolutely rather the construction worker to be a leader versus that particular OF girl.
Absolutely.
So absolutely, I don't think that they equate as far as.
And I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Do you guys remember?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I mean, I guess you can say, depending on the industry, depending on what they're doing, it can be seen as a leader. But I think they're trying to separate the two. I think a leader is a leader, regardless of the amount of money that they make. You are a leader. Because I think they are getting mixed up what a leader actually is. We talking about leadership. We ain't talking about who make more money. Cool, you lead in that aspect, but you suck everywhere else. How does that make you a leader? Right? So I guess you have to go into the context of what are you talking about when you say leader? Are you talking about just leader, just as in I'm number one in making money, so that way I'm ahead of everybody type of leader? Or are you talking about somebody that's going to guide you to a different direction, that's going to put you on a path to greatness, and that's going to help you be successful in life? Is that what you're talking about as a leader? So I think when you give the context and what you mean by leader, then you can have a better discussion. Let's see, just because you may have a higher salary, it just means you got a high paying job does not equate to greatly. Exactly. That's exactly the point. There's many jobs where you got a lot of people that make more money because of the type of industry that they're in, but that don't necessarily make them a leader. So I'll give you an example. You can be a person that's making $90,000 a year and you're a manager. You're a manager for a company, but the person that you're with, they make $150,000 a year, but they're just a regular employee, and they working on the base salary. They working on the bare minimum salary. They're working on the base salary. So who's the fucking leader?